Hello. Under the module 2, let us discuss the two important topics, that is recruitment and selection. Let us go for the recruitment first and understand what is recruitment. As I have already said you that the recruitment is a positive process where you instigate the peoples to apply for your company, where more and more applicants should apply for your company so that you can able to choose the right person. So hence recruitment is a positive process, and let us see about how the recruitment is done and what are all the different types of recruitments that can be done. It is a process of attracting the positive candidates or prospective candidates to fill the positions in the organization. So here the prospective candidates are very, very important. That means attracting them, making them to apply for the job is the first step that is important. So recruitment can be done with many sources. Some of them I have given you here. That is re-employing the former employee. That means the employee might be retired from the organization, or employee might have left the company and gone for some other company. Re-employing that particular employee will is one of the process that you have in recruitment. That is recruiting through the friends, relatives, and the present employees. Okay, so you take the references from your friends, you take the references from your relatives, you tell your present employees to make the employees to apply for the job so that you can able to choose, or you can able to select them for the organization. Applicants at the organization gate, that means at the gate some people come and give the resume to the organization where seeking for the job, so that you will take as a reference. The college and technical institution, they do the campus interviews or the campus drives which will be conducted, and take the pool of prospective candidates to their employees, to their organization. The employment exchange, that means the people, the students will go and registered in the employment exchange, and through the employment exchange they will be calling for the paper or calling for the job, and they will do the interview and selection process will be done. Advertisement in the newspapers, radio, or there are various advertisement agencies available there, and you can advertisement in that under the website or the social media. So many things you can able to take the help of advertisement and call for the people. And the labor unions, you can also inform the labor unions and ask the union peoples in making the employees to apply for the job. Okay, and consultants and the private agencies can also be hired if the job is very specific, or if the job is very key in the organization. Okay, so these are all the various methods are there, or various sources are there which you can use to do the recruitment. If you take all these things, it can be broadly classified into two types. That is the internal recruitment or the external recruitment, or internal type of recruitment or the external type of recruitment. Let us see these two types of recruitment, what does it says and how they do, how they function. Let us see that. Okay, the first is the internal recruitment. The internal recruitment is it is the improves the security of the employees, because internally you are employing the peoples. That means a person is already working in the organization, his son or the daughter will be made to recruit. So that is improves the security of the employees, because his family, one of his families will be earning even if he gets retired from the organization. That is what the security which gives to him. Or loyalty of the employees can be increased. Okay, because I am working in this company, my father was working, my grandfather was working in the same company, means the loyalty of the employee will increase. Training cost will be very much less, because already the person knows how exactly the organization work, what is the path in which the organization work, or what is the organization requires, he knows. So based on that he can able to tune himself, or he can able to modify himself such that he can able to best suitable for the job. Okay, motivates the employees to perform better. That means you have already given the employees within the internal recruitment, because somebody, if his relative is working in a management, or if relatives is working in the along with him, so which motivates them to perform better in the organization. Employee turnover is reduced. This is a one big factor which has to be kept. Remember, if the employee turnover is high, it will be difficult for an organization to be stable in the market. But this kind of recruitment also have some setbacks or the drawbacks. What are all those drawbacks? Let us see here. Limit the choice of selection of best candidate. Since you are choosing internally, whichever is available or whatever the best possible candidate available within your boundary, that you are choosing it. But the outside also you may have a much more suitable candidate, or much more the best candidate may be available, but you are not considering for the recruitment. Okay, then it is a biasing of an employee may be encountered, because you may bias the employees depending on the caste, depending on the other forms of social obligations. You will be biasing the employees for the suitable candidates. So unsuitable person may get promoted, that is, the person is not suitable for the post, even then he is being recruited, because the internal recruitment is being done. The results in the stagnation, as this avoids the new blood in the organization. That means you are selecting only the known peoples, you are doing it only within the organization or within the framework, you are selecting the peoples. This may hinder the new blood coming into the organization. That means a new thought is coming into the organization, a fresh blood is coming to the organization. This will hinder the organization development. Let us see the external recruitment. So external, as the name itself says, that is from the outside you are recruiting the employees to the organization. This kind of recruitment brings new blood to the organization. That means from any region, from any caste, any creed, the peoples can apply for the job and they can able to take it, because the fresh blood or the new thought or the new ideas will come into the organization. The scope of choice becomes wider, okay, because you can take from any corner of the world or any corner of the India. You can able to pick the candidate, so that your choice becomes wider here. And this also have some problems like increased turnover of the employees, because the employees who are already working, they feel insecure. So because of that, the employee may leave the job and they will go and take up the job somewhere else. Reduces the morale of employee, because the recruitment is always from the outsider. That is, I'm a person who belongs to this particular area, but somewhere outside person will come and take up the job in my place. It always decreases the morale of the employees. Okay, sense of security is lost. Okay, deteriorates the employee-employer relationship. All these things are the disadvantages that may cause because of external recruitment. Now, after the recruitment, let us see the selection. As I have already said you, the selection is a negative process. That means from a pool of recruitment, or from a pool of people who have applied, we start selecting the right person to the job. Choosing or selecting the candidates from within or outside the organization is what is called a selection. The most suitable person for a position in view of the future success of the organization, because the selection is being made in such a way that organization goal or organization end goal has to be kept in mind, and then you have to start selecting the best person for the organization. Either it may be from within the organization or it may be from outside the organization. In recruitment, the source of the prospective candidates are found. In the selection, the qualification of such candidates are completed with the requirements of the job and screening is done. So first thing you have to, whenever the selection process goes on, you always have to think of a prospective candidate. That is the candidates who can be suitable with respect to the qualification, with respect to the skill set that is required for the job. That prospective candidates you have to choose, and you have to compare with the requirements of the job. That is, what is the job required, what is the job seeking, that has to be analyzed first. So you have to match the candidate, his qualification and the job that he is doing it. You have to screen them, you have to match them and select the best person has to be done. Okay. Next is the selection is a negative, as I have already said you, or scale down process. It eliminates and picks up the right candidates from the pool of applicants. Steps in selection process. It is from the application blank. That is, the peoples will fill the applications details in the application blank, and here the candidate gives the details like the qualification, specialization, experience, age, the weight, height, and all these things. They will give the details, and from the application blank we will select the peoples and we will try to segregate who is suitable for the job, and then we will call those peoples. And once we call the peoples, we do the initial interview of the candidate. This is done to clarify the information already furnished in the application blank is correct or not, or to create a friendly environment for the candidate so that he can able to give his best during the selection process. The next step that you have is employment test. So here various kinds of tests will be done for the suitable candidate. So to test the future abilities of the candidate, some tests are conducted in sequential manner. That is aptitude test, technical test, the interest test, the performance test, the psychometric test, or the personality test, or the intelligence test, or the IQ test. All these various kinds of tests are available. Depending on the type of job that you are having, you will be performing these kinds of tests, and you will be reducing the peoples. Here one more which is important nowadays, it is a group discussion that you are having. GD we call it as. The group discussion is one more powerful tool to reduce the number or to take the talented peoples from a pool of candidates. Okay, these tests are conducted to know the abilities, likes and dislikes, mental ability, or the adaptability to the organization. Then once the employment test has been done and the people who are through with this employment test will be done a reference check, because we do the reference to know the background of a particular person, to know whether what kind of history that he is having, what kind of character that he is having. So the best way of doing it is through his friends, or through the previous employer, or through the reference that he has been given. Okay, or the best source of doing the reference check. The last but not the least, we do the physical and mental examination. It is done to check the physical fitness of the candidates for a particular job, to prevent the unwanted claims by the candidates. Okay, to prevent spreading the diseases entering into the company, we do the physical and mental examination. And the last one is final interview. That is where we just normally we do the sharing of information, that is how the organization is, what is the working style of an organization, and how much their pay package will be discussed there, and even the candidates will be informed for the selection and briefing about the future prospectors in the company, and what is the company rules and regulations. All these things will be discussed in the final interview. Thank you. With this, we have discussed about the recruitment and the selection process. Thank you.